Before there was stuff, before the rocks, the trees, or even your own body, there was a vibration. And we all heard that phrase, in the beginning was the word. But think about it. A word is just a sound. It's a frequency. Imagine taking a metal plate, covering it in sand, and hitting it with a specific sound. That sand is not just going to sit there. It snaps into a perfect geometric patterns. That's us. That's everything. That's this entire world. It was a frequency spike that solidified energy into what we call matter. We're talking about the purest, the rawest energy. And we weren't created out of nothing. We were stepped down from that high voltage source. We're literally condensed light walking around in a physical suit. If you read the first 3 chapters of Genesis without the religious filters they added onto it, you'll realize that you're looking at a blueprint for the vessel we live in. In chapter 1, this is when the power turned on. When it says, let there be light, it's not talking about the sun because the sun wasn't even there yet. It's talking about the field. The electromagnetic operating system was initialized. This was the moment the energy separated from 1 and zeros, the binary code of our reality. In chapter 2, this is the part they hide, the firmament. It says there was a division between waters above and the waters below. This isn't a ball spinning in a vacuum. It's a stable, grounded basin designed to protect and hold life. In chapter 3, that is where the game changed. The fall wasn't about an apple. It was the moment human consciousness was tricked into separation. We went from knowing we were part of the source to believing we were just individuals, small, alone, scared. This was the opening the elite, I'm going to call them watchmen from now on, needed to step in and start managing us like crop. If you ever realized you were a piece of divine light living in this high-tech garden, you would be impossible to control. So they built a wall of noise to keep you forever seeing the glitches. But some of you are seeing the glitches. I can see that. Politics. This is the ultimate pick a side trap. They don't care which side you choose as long as you're fighting the person across from you. Wars. These are just frequency resets. Whenever people start waking up or getting too peaceful, the watchmen trigger the conflict because fear is the lowest vibration there is. It's a reset button. Sports. This is where they harvest the fire. Think about the energy in those stadiums. Thousands of people screaming, crying, pouring their souls into a game. That's pure energy being wasted on something that doesn't matter, something that doesn't change nothing. And this is why they don't want us to wake up. That 80% of your energy you're giving away to their news, to their wars, to their idols, that energy is the only thing that's making them real. They aren't the masters of this vessel. They're just the shadows trying to convince that they're the light. They're the parasites living on the frequency of your attention. You're a unique note of that creator's voice. Sound that has never been heard before and will never again. Without the noise, we finally see that we are meant to feed on one another's presence. We're built for connection, for the raw energy of a handshake, the warmth of a real community. If we were truly free, we wouldn't be living in these sterile concrete mazes, right? Think about our parks. Have you ever noticed that they mostly plant male trees? They choose the sterile ones that produce nothing but pollen. They don't want the mess of falling fruit. They want you dependent on their stores, on their system. If we were awake, we tear up that concrete. We plant the female trees, the fruit-bearing ones that actually feed the hungry. We'll turn the cities meant to gardens like they were meant to be. We'd stop fighting sides and we'll start fighting for the person standing right next to us. The power isn't trying to get out this vessel. The power is realizing that the vessel is ours to cultivate.